And when you did that world record, that was I think the time we became really good friends because you trusted me, which I wouldn't have trusted me at that time. Did you hear this? Did you hear this story, Brian?
About?
So John's going to do a world record, and it costs tons of money, right? The belt I think was $1,200 to be on stage, do the event,
That's weird. You got pay
order all the
extra
material, bring it out there, bring your tools. You brought a trailer. I mean, it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of money. And then I've been a builder for 30 years before I met him, and he goes, "I'm going to set this up this way," and I'm just like, "You never ever change anything on anybody's break the day of, because they've been practicing it for 6 months, six
That's
to 8
their
months.
mold. Yeah.
Yeah, they've done this." And the way he was setting it up, I'm like, I go, "Dude, I'm supposed to shut up, and I don't know what to tell you, but if you just change the orientation of the 2x4, you'll have more stability, better chance of you winning." And he goes, and he sweated it out, and he goes, I go, "John, here, and then we put a couple boards down. I said, "Here, just, this is, you're doing a 2x4 this way. Let's do it this way." We stood on it, and he checked it out, and he goes, "Okay." And he allowed me to help him with it.
There's a leap of faith.
Dude,
Oh,
I wouldn't have done it.
The day
Let me
of,
tell you.
too?
The day of.
It takes a badass right there, John.
I'm just I'm gonna paint a little bit vivid picture. I'll keep it short. This actually started 3 years ago because there's basically the three gentlemen that run this whole big world event, martial arts event. One of them called me up and said, "Hey, we want you to do a world record. What do you have any ideas?" I said, "Yes, I've been playing with this idea of breaking a 2x4 with a sidekick with my bare foot." And he's like, "Cool." He says, "Can it be done within a certain shorter time frame?" I said, "Yeah, 10 seconds, however many boards. How's that sound?" "Perfect, do it." So I made the mistake of trusting human beings. The base of it was a heavy landscaping block that was where you could slot a 2x4 in, but you had to have people that would have to brace that, and then people to brace the top part of it. Well, when I hit it, they were kind of going with it, bouncing off of it, and it didn't go well. And I got a phone call.
How many did you break? How many did you break before that day?
2 out of 10.
Out of 10?
And it was because of the malfunctions that it was only that. So
yeah,
thing,
you give any give on a break, and it's not going to break. You know that.
It's
any
not.
Give.
And quite honestly, yeah, it was very disappointing, and it was sad because it was just like, oh, I failed myself. I failed, the gentleman, one of the three top gentlemen that called me. So he calls me a week later.
Though, man. You're taking the swing.
Yeah.
That's what counts.
Well, he goes,
yeah, but no, we get what you're saying. But when you're going to be on ESPN and you're segmenting time at ESPN,
Well,
you can't lose. You can't fuck it up.
Right.
It's got to be perfect.
In a way, it's not about them, though.
Well, thank God I got another phone call from somebody unrelated to them, but has been doing it forever and ever, and said, "I want you to come down to Florida to Ripley's Believe It or Not. We're going to all try some world records and raise some money for breast cancer research." And I'm like, let's do it. So I took the idea of taking humans out of the factor and building this sort of like mocked up wall. And I did it to where you could hinge it and lay it down and then pop it up and brace it up and all this stuff. And it worked. It worked. I was so proud of myself because I mocked it up at home, and then I ended up building it when I was in Florida. And then I was like, okay, this is good. This is good. I get to the
How
big
many did you do then? For the world record? For the
Guinness, 7. 7 out of 10 on that one. So then
7 out of 10. So he broke. Now let me set this up for you. A 2x4 braced at 2 feet is almost impossible to break. A 2x4 at 10 feet is easier to break. John had him at 6 feet, so it wasn't easy to break in any way, shape, or form. And I was, being a builder, I'm like, hey, try and get the knots in the middle.
These are all 2x4s you were smacking.
Yeah. He was side kicking 2x4.
Jesus Christ, dude!
I know, right?
Is it the barefoot as well?
The thought was, yeah, barefoot. The thought was, if I was to kick somebody, I would aim for the ribs.
I think you guys hate your body sometimes.
We do. And I was thinking, if you kick somebody hard enough, how hard would you have to kick them to break their ribs? This is kind of a jerky thing to tell you guys, but I was in a tournament.
That's good. It's realistic application kind of thing.
I was fighting a guy in a tournament.
What breaking is.
A traditional karate tournament where you can hammer each other pretty hard. And the guy was kind of...
Oh, that's horrible to the other guy. Oh, geez.
Yeah, pissing me off. So I threw a jab at his face, and as he kind of went up like this, I immediately followed with a kick. I actually broke the guy's ribs. And
ribs are easy to break.
I felt bad because, oh my God, I literally felt my foot sink in a little bit into him. And that gave me the idea of the 2x4 break. I was like, you know what? I don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah,
but
where that comes
2x4,
from is pretty crazy, huh?
I could give a shit about a 2x4, right? So, but I wanted to get that same feel. And quite honestly, the whole story comes down to this. The night before, like Michael said, I had this engineered, wood frame and all that. And Michael goes,
that he's been using before.
You could take that off. You could take that off so he literally made it like it wasn't like 2.0, like 2x4 frame 2.0. It was like 8.7. Like it took me from like the sort of rickety thing to like.
It took the engineer mind and applied it to your little contraption.
John's the engineer mind. I'm the practical.
No, he's the man. No. When it was all over,
he might be the concept guy. You're the nailing it down kind of guy.
I'm the doer.
And then that gave me the confidence.
Well, good, but yeah, but it was you still. Would you get 9 out of 10?
9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 is the world record that probably won't be broken. So you got to break more than 9 2x4s on a side kick, which is basically impossible.
Is this the top of your foot? Is that what's doing all this?
Huh?
It's literally the side, the blade of your foot.
Oh, the bridge on the side there.
So like picture like if you look at your foot, like the pinky toe to the heel. It's basically there. It is. Yeah, I'm pointing. So yeah, I know. Like we're all right in the middle, there. That's your side kick. That's the blade of your foot. That's it.
That's what you're kicking with, huh?
Yeah,
that's what you kick with. So it gives you a nice distance. It gives you the So if you miss off target, it's better to hit more on the heel than the toes because the toes have like compression, but still, you can still get some damage out of it. But John probably clocked him.
Swinging your leg in this motion, it almost seems like if that's your right foot, then you're swinging your right foot right to catch that blade of your foot. Because if you swing your foot left, you're going to catch the top of your foot, right?
You're standing sideways and you kind of shuffle into it, bam, and then you shuffle out of it. You kind of zigzag out, in, back, forth, back, forth. Yeah, and the cool thing was, okay, so if I gave you a board to break, Brian. And I said, okay, make a hammer fist. That's a blunt object, bam, you hit it. The idea is that you advance yourself and train yourself enough to where it becomes more narrow of a thing so that if you were to hit a collarbone or the side of a jaw or whatever, it actually is more devastating because I actually laid out a baseball bat, a Louisville Slugger.
That's that blade you're talking about.
Right? Yeah. So the foot is kind of same thing, right? You don't want to hit too far here. You don't want to hit too far here, kind of the sweet spot, right about there. And the whole idea, again, like you said, we hate our bodies, right? Because
I think we love our bodies. We love our bodies. That's why we punish it.
I'm almost convinced that anybody that does this is masochistic. So.
Oh yeah,
you're not far off.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But it's masochistic arts.
If you do something.
It's what a hobby. Destroy your body.
No, we don't. I don't think we destroyed
Put it on
our body.
T-shirt. There you go.
I think we tempered our body into a weapon.
Well, it's the Kill Bill thing, the microfractures. It's the 1-inch punch thing. It's the same philosophy, but it's like applied to everything else.
Yeah. Well, here's my point. I've been doing martial arts for 20-something years straight. Been competitively breaking for 14 years, and I'm going to be still competing at 60 years old. So am I destroying my body or am I tempering it to make it better?
I don't know.